everyone. Nathan Hall again. See, recording this on the same day, wearing the same sweater as the last one, because we're still doing art and opinion writing. We're going to move forward on this. We're going to get into the argument. Now you're really going to start making your case. You're really going to make people think what you want. And we're going to look at two more artists. This one, who's basically very famous but very poor and well liked, and this guy, who's very famous and very rich but not so well liked. So we're going to talk about art again in the live classes, whether it's good if art can shock or scare people. We're going to review vocabulary. If I spray paint on a wall, is that vandalism? What's valuable? If your parents had an influence on you, and critics didn't like the Transformers movies, what do you think of those critics? We'll also look at charitable, doing good things for poor people, poverty, people who are poor. So, questions. Where can I find art? Can I find it on the streets? Is this art? If I paint the wall of your house, is that art? And why is some art valuable and some art isn't? That's what we're going to look at this lesson. So, what is art? Where can we find it? Here's some examples too. This is from an artist named Banksy. He's famous for painting on walls, not galleries. Can't sell it real easily, but hey, people try. Here's one of the famous ones he did, and this is going to be the point of our story. We learn some vocabulary. If you're walking in your neighborhood, would you want to see this or just a big piece of wood? What do you think? Your opinion there. What's Banksy trying to say? Notice how they're just looking at their cell phones when they're in each other's faces. So Banksy, that work, he kind of created an argument. He put this on a youth club, a place for children to play and get some exercise. And the guy said, oh, wow, that could be worth about $150,000. So he took it off, but the city mayor said, no, it's meant for the public. That's what Banksy does. So they're arguing about how to do it. And that's moving us to arguments. Two people have different opinions. Who owns that painting? The public, who gets to see it? Or the person whose wall it was actually painted on? Who owns art? So, arguments. We'll talk about this, how you can win arguments with your parents. Banksy, by the way, is a pseudonym. No one knows what his real name is. Very secretive guy. He likes putting in graffiti with his humor. And that's why the mayor said, look, Banksy gives this to the people. It should be available for them. Sometimes people will attack his art, draw over it. So, a quick review of the apostrophes, because this will be coming up on your tests. If a possessive noun, one thing, is singular, always add an apostrophe S. So student, students, the student's laptop. If we're talking about all you guys, then it becomes plural. Students, apostrophe after that S, no extra S's. And that's how it works. See, quick review here. Who's the party's candidate? Children's. This is a little tricky. It's a regular plural. Dog owns a bark, and John owns an Xbox. So for contractions too, if we shorten words, don't, couldn't, will, won't, we'll put that in as well. So we'll try these in live classes. You'll have a few quizzes below too. So opinion writing, let's go back to this. Let's say I get some basketballs. Just go down to Walmart, bappa, bappa, bappa. Get some basketballs. Is that art? Jeff Koons says it is. Well, if I put those basketballs in a big tank of water that I bought at PetSmart and fill it up, is that art? Well, Jeff Koons says it is. Let's take a look at some of Jeff Koons' art. Is it art or toys? See this thing? It's huge. You could probably ride it. So we'll do a reading. Jeff Koons, by the way, he's from a little town called York. Some of you know that place a little better than others. Put an extra word here, sorry. So he thought that common everyday things could be art if you put it in a museum. Hey, if art can be outside a museum, can art be inside a museum? Get ready to argue. So like this, he bought vacuum cleaners. Is that art? No words here. Okay. Sometimes he didn't even have the ideas. He saw this paint picture from someone else, said, okay, that's art. And other people said, Jeff, we didn't say that was okay with us. And some people say his art, it's not scary, it's not shocking, like Banksy or Duchamps. It's just kind of weird. Like this one, he makes Michael Jackson look like a saint. Some people say he's not good at being an artist, but he's good at making himself gonna make himself so famous, people want to buy his art. So this will be kind of thing we talk about in the class and hopefully get some arguments about. So a quick apostrophe review. We'll talk about this in a live class and how to make it work. And this will be something you'll have to argue about coming up. Of these three artists, which one's the best? Or I might ask you which one's the worst. Haven't quite decided yet. But either way, get ready to form an opinion. Get ready to work it out. Look over how the apostrophes are used. Quick review on that here is that we would put an apostrophe here. Coons is a name. Coons contraction, apostrophe. Let's see, Coons is a photographer. Apostrophe will go in there. Apostrophe here, can't. It is common for people to say art's only good if it's apostrophe S here as well. Alright, so that'll get us through. And any questions, come to the live class. Come see me in English Cafe. Talk to you later. Goodbye.